tell me a little bit about the costumes you have on display today.
The costumes on display today are all Esme, except for Beatrice and her Dragonfly Wings. Esme, in season 3, really Olaf's character was on a real downhill slide, and visually and morally and in every way, while Esme was on the rise. So we really took the fashion aspect of her character and really soared with it. And she and Carmelita sort of pair up as well, and they start twinning. So it was really nice. We were able to show a lot of the outfits that you see here, minus the octopus, in an adult and then a child's version as well. So, yeah.
So what was your favorite one of these costumes to do?
My goodness. Favorite is really hard. The octopus dress obviously was, the outcome was a favorite. The process of it was really difficult and on a, really tight time frame. And so, but in the end, she's pretty popular, I think. So that was great. Obviously, the dragonfly dress was also beautiful, also done in a really short period of time, and the laser cut aluminum wings. It was pretty amazing to sort of think outside the box and sort of go outside the normal things that you'd use for costumes, sort of to build them. So.
Is this your first octopus belt?
Yes, this is my first octopus belt. Probably my last.
So tell me a little bit about what went into making it.
It started with a sketch and a color scheme. And Barry really wanted a specific color of purple in the latex, which she couldn't find. So we bought it in London, England, and had it dyed there specifically to this particular color of grape. It was built in-house essentially. Latex is really hard to work with. It's also very toxic. So all the costumers had to wear their gas masks while they were making it. All of the suckers on the tentacles are finger cots. And that was kind of a genius sort of find that we found because there's thousands of them on there. They're all glued on. And then the tentacles are actually screwed into the belt. They come off for repair, and then they are pumped up every day.
And then were you able to find pink finger cots, or did you have to dye white ones pink?
Yeah, no, we found the pink finger cots. They come in many colors, actually. Yes, yeah.
And then let's talk about the wings with the dragonfly costume. Was that your first time making wings? Like that?
Yes, like this, for sure. And what was interesting about those was we had to find the right scale of the wing to make them sort of believable to be like human-sized dragonfly wings. And also what's really beautiful about them is they do sort of move. They have a little waver to them, a little flow to them when the actress walks, which is really nice because we initially, of course, would love them to be animated, but we didn't want them to look cheesy either, and they were a costume. So in the show, because it's an opera outfit. So they're built into the corset of the top of the dress. They actually worked on 3 different costumes, so they had to be retrofitted into each costume differently. And then they do with some enhancement. They do fly on Kit Snicket when she flies off the side of Mount Fraught.
But I love how they almost look like stained glass.
Right. Yeah, we really played with that. The first thought was to have them to be that sort of iridescent, sort of inky colors that a dragonfly wings are naturally. But that was really tough on camera. So we went with clear foil, plastic sort of stuff, and it was just laid on top. It's actually just glued on and sandwiched between 2 pieces, I believe. I haven't looked them for a long time. And then there's plates that they go sandwiched between onto the body.
Yeah, I was looking at the mounting harness that you've got. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's just a traditional corset, but the plates are also laser cut, and there's one inside the dress and the one on the outside, and you sandwich the wings in between, and then just with nuts and bolts screw it together.
Is it weird to add a wrench to your kit?
No, not at all. In fact, there's a really good photo. I think I have it on Instagram of the first day that the octopus dress worked, and there was about 7 costumers. One had a electric drill. Others had wrenches, people there with glue guns, all sorts of things. So, yeah.
And then when FIDM asked you to be a part of the exhibit, how hard was it to narrow down all of the costumes that you guys had in seasons 2 and 3?
Yeah, it was really hard. And it was hard to sort of pick, I think what's important in a display is to have a story. And so it'd be, the kids and like the Baudelaire orphans perhaps, and then probably Olaf and Esme, but to sort of find something that, is cohesive and speaks to someone who's looking at an exhibit is hard. So we decided to go with just Esme because, she just was such a fashion plate for season 3. And I think it was a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the origins of this pink suit.
Well,
Because I think she was with, he was in Karl Lagerfeld looking
yes.
get up with that?
Yeah, at the beginning of season 2, Olaf was channeling Karl. And the story with this is this happens in Penultimate Peril. We see this, and Carmelita's wearing the same outfit. Esme has very large shoulders on all of her costumes, usually. And as the season has gone on and she's become more evil and bigger and larger than life, so has her shoulders. So this is like the height of her shoulder pads. They're very high and they kind of, you can't see them with the wig there so much, but they kind of swoop up and they're very pointy. It was really fun seeing them on Katana, who plays Carmelita, because she's little, and that little body with the little swoop of the shoulder pads was really fun. And this is also Carmelita's pink. So this is the final outfit that we see Esme in, and she's with Carmelita, and they leave the trial, and they are in Carmelita pink. We actually created this fabric because we again had to find the specific pink with the exact wide width of that pinstripe for camera and all sorts of other requirements. So yeah, we created the fabric. It matches Carmelita. It was pretty. What's also cool about it is when Lucy's in this costume and she's everything about her body moves. When she sits, her shoulders go up, and she always cocks one shoulder, and her shoulder pad is like pretty much right here beside her face. So it's pretty fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.